Robot once again. Okay. Demo. All right,
All
we're
right,
gonna
well,
demo the Robert here.
First Danchlax. Okay, Rob versus Dedede. Tunis, I know you've seen this matchup plenty of times. What can you tell me about it?
I can tell you that these biplats will do really, really well as far as, like, keeping Dedede in disadvantage right here, and vice versa. Dedede's ledge trapping on a big character like Rob can become that much harder when you got a platform, like, to sort of just cover your bases right there. It's not like Rob will just be able to just sort of time his way back from the ledge and land on that. Dedede will be able to react to that in time, as well as put, like, an up-tilt hitbox through those low platforms to catch Rob out of disadvantage for sure. That being said, we're on small battlefields, so these blast zones, they can do wonders if you're able to get that arm roto off the side. More than anything else in this matchup, Rob's got some pretty good lingering hitboxes on the way down that's going to reflect that Gordo easy peasy, on top of the gyro, which he could just sort of throw it at to reflect that on the way back instead, as this will not be stock here. Really good DI on the part of Zohup right there to survive right there. But my first thought is that Rob, if he gets caught on the ledge trapping, it can definitely be pretty scary because of how big of a character he is. It's all about, like, timing your proper ledge get up right against Dedede, not always about just what option you pick. But other than that, I feel like the neutral, as well as getting, like, overwhelmed and sort of mashed on, if Zohup doesn't have their parries on deck, it can be bad.
Okay, so that's how we're gonna be starting this off here. Basically, Zohup took a super heavy tax to get things started, and that's sometimes how it works out. All of a sudden, Dedede's not getting caught up in the combos that you need to be closing stocks out. We do find a way with the arm rotor right there, but they found that one opening is Zohup. She really just capitalized on everything that Danchlax was throwing out, and she was able to get that first stock, dropping the stock here. Right, so it's a little bit unfortunate for Zohup, but right now, man, Danchlax got to get back on the board here because that was a wild swing of things.
Oh, for sure. You definitely got to be prepared to tech when you're off the level, off stage against this kind of character for sure. Beautiful timing on the up throw right there to get that extra damage with the gyro on the way down is Danchlax right there, doing a good job at attacking that damage against Zohup. Going to try to bait out a jump, but there is multiple jumps on the part of King Dedede. Despite that horrible airspeed that the character has, I do believe the worst airspeed in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
And what a reaction there, actually getting the grab out of the roll. Fantastic stuff so far. But 124, we talked about the heavy tax just a little while ago. It might be back in full effect here. We'll see if Zohup can find that hit that she needs to get things started. But Danchlax looks like they're taking a careful approach, but that up air, you got to respect it at that ledge.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you another thing about seeing this matchup a lot in my neck of the woods in Tri-State is that despite, Rob definitely being, like, a better character tier-wise in most people's opinions than Dedede for sure, is that Dedede, throughout, like, the history of this character, he's notoriously done well against the heavies because they usually have a harder time dealing with the Gordo. They just get hit by it as that forward air is going to take the stock. They just get hit by the Gordo at more angles. Sometimes they have, like, a sort of awkward hitbox to just sort of put it on the way back. Like, Rob's got some sort of laggier startup on some of his hitboxes as the reflect of the Gordo will take it back right there, just making me eat my words. Forward air can be a little awkward as well sometimes. It just all depends on, like, if you know how to deal with the Gordo or not. And if you do, which it definitely seems like Danchlax does, they're definitely going to be making Zohup work a little bit harder throughout this game, number one.
Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised that down smash didn't connect, but I do want to hand it to Zohup. Once they get that ledge trap going, man, she's taking advantage of it really, really well. She's gotten a couple stocks out of that so far, but right now it's just a matter of trying to get Danchlax in that position again. The heavy tax is in full effect. The dash attack, that was a brave option. I don't know if that's going to cost you the game. All right, you be able to survive just a little bit longer. We'll see what happens here now. Oh, all right, you get back to the stage without too much hassle. Great inhale, and now this is where the ledge trap game can come into play. You gave it up trying to go for that forward air. Unfortunate.
Oh, the grab actually whiffing against the shield right there. Danchlax is going to want to shake their head on that one. Now we're back in a ledge trap situation. Zohup takes advantage of this. This could definitely be the game. Crazy jump read right there on the part with that inhale and the command grab right there. But it is too little too late as that down throw to the up smash berry kill confirm is going to take the stock. Take game number one right there. Honestly, pretty solidly played on the part of Danchlax, but very good on Zohup as well for even keeping that close, making that matchup not look too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It's basically Zohup was just taking a lot of damage, but then as soon as she was able to get that ledge trap game going, it seemed like Danchlax was struggling a lot with it, right? She got a lot of
Hmm.
damage built up, was able to get a couple of really solid stocks. At the end, though, I felt like she got a little overzealous, and I think you need to dial that back a little bit. Like, I know you're trying to keep Rob at disadvantage, try to get him to burn that gas, but just build up that damage, man. Get up to the to like the 120s, 130s, and then just find a way to take that stock from there. But Danchlax doing a fantastic job the whole way through, using the projectiles to be very disruptive for Zohup's game plan. We'll see if Danchlax can kind of keep that going here. I'd like to see the Rob stick it out. I don't expect to see the Inkling, but either way, I was still surprised that Grab whiffed. Like, that just did not seem like it should have happened.
No, no, that was definitely some super duper smash ultimate, like, you can't run through your opponent's shield move right there, like shield kind of grab right there. So I think that was part of the reason that something like that happened, because I'm surprised that that happened too. But yeah, as far as the ledge trapping game was concerned, that's sort of where it came to fruition for that character, as it is one to do. Like, part of the name of the game against Dedede is not just like your whatever ledge option that you pick against the ledge trap Gordo, it's how you time it. But we're going to have a
Mhm.
whole different ballpark this time around with the Banjo and Kazooie on the part of Zohup on Smashville.
Just running straight into that Wonder Wing. I guess it is what it is, but I do like the I do like the switch to okay. I do like the switch to Banjo on this stage because I feel like Banjo can offer a lot of coverage, not just with the platform, but like really, it's just like it's a really awkward stage because you can really just separate everything into three segments, right? There's the left side, the middle, and the right side, right? Haha, very easy to point out. But there's different ways to approach the different types of games, and so far we've seen that Zohub's ledge trapping game has been stellar, right? But if you can keep that ledge trap going to the point where you kind of just make one side of the stage really kind of unplayable on, you basically also shut off the entire middle side of the stage, and recovering to the other side, it just is not entirely feasible for some characters. So we'll see how Zohup is able to get that going. But right now, man, Danchlax looking good, but eating a forward smash in the process, and another Wonder Wing just being tossed out there, hoping for the best.
I gotta tell you, she is very liberal with those Wonder Wings for sure. Already almost out of them on their first stock already, only a minute into this game so far. Nothing wrong with that, it just depends on the play style and what you want to do. But on a stage like this, I gotta say, I don't blame her. A lot less space to be able to run around at a disadvantage. That like linear, what am I trying to say here? That center platform, making it a lot more of just sort of like a danger zone. This is what Smashville does. It really changes your danger zone on like a stage like comparative to like the biplats like small battlefield that we saw before, which becomes a lot more neutral heavy. This stage you very rarely see is that down throw to the up smash is going to take the stock. You very rarely see like a huge heavy neutral being played on Smashville, and that's because of how small of a stage this is, where like the sides of the stage are just so much bigger than the center of it, if that makes any sense. Like this stage, with the ledge trapping on play like you were mentioning before, they really just create a whole different like level of danger zone, as well as tinier blast zones, as the Wonder Wing is going to take the stock right there. Zohup's counter pick working out for her so far.
Yeah, no, definitely a little bit of an awkward scenario right there, but fantastic on the Wonder Wing, just trying to even this up. Goes for another one with the drop through in the platform. Definitely a nice little mix up, but unfortunately, it seemed like Danchlax was ready for it. But Danchlax, gyro in hand. Oh, the egg actually disrupting the gyro toss. That's a great option for Zohup, and they're going to keep this ledge trap game going. Their ledge trap game is actually really fantastic. It's just that Danchlax seems to find their way through every once in a while, and then gets these huge combo strings, putting out a lot of damage.
For sure, for sure. Doing some good stuff right here. Ledge trapping might not always be the name of the game on a stage like this. You don't want to really just beat out the long game against Rob with a beautiful tech on the part of Danchlax right there. And Zohup not being able to make it back from underneath the stage that time around. I don't know if she just wasn't aware of that particular situation she was in, or she just went like too little, too late, too far, going for broke with that Wonder Wing yet again, just sort of launching Danchlax back on the stage and putting herself back in disadvantage this time around again. Definitely down a little, but absolutely not out.
No, absolutely not. But I think it was just a matter of like the tech was honestly just something I wasn't really expecting. I thought it would have been a untechable situation just because of Wonder Wing and how high the percentage was at that point. But we did see the attempt to try and recover. But I mean, so far, I mean, it's not bad right now. Oh, that's a very unfortunate Wonder Ring. I don't think that's what they wanted. But yeah, their use of Wonder Ring is definitely very active. That is for sure. But great match from Danchlax. Wow, keeping the stock alive at the moment, recognizing, hey, I don't need to die quite yet. I'll be able to keep the stock going a little bit longer, dancing around a little bit too, just keeping Zohup guessing about where they're going to go.
That was damn near 141% that they were able to mash out right there. Obviously, like the higher percent you're at, the harder it is to mash out of that. Not able to mash out of the down throw berry this time around, though, is Zohup for sure at that equally high percent, around the same one that they were at when they got grabbed, vice versa. And that is going to be Danchlax taking it 2-0 against Zohup. Fairly convincingly, Zohup was definitely keeping it close at the end right there, but unfortunately just wasn't able to clutch it out against the Robert the Robot.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was pretty solid gameplay all around from Zohup. Their ledge trap game's fantastic. I feel like there was a few times it needs to just be a little more patient with the ledge trap.